And you're welcome back to The Pulse. Breaking the bias is the theme for this year's International Day, Women's Day celebration. Now, women across the world have been encouraged to actually strike a pose with arms across their bodies as a sign of calling out gender bias, discrimination, and stereotyping. How are we preparing to break the bias in Ghana? Yawa Hansen, who is the executive director of one of the leading societies, has joined us on the telephone lines, and also Sheila Sechi, actually, as a spokesperson for the First Lady. She also has some comments to make on this day. Let me start off with you, Sheila. What are the biases women in Ghana face, particularly looking at where your outfit is and what reports you've been receiving?
All right, thank you very much. Hi, Claire, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, so yes, thank you very much for the opportunity. Some of the biases that women have faced that has come to the attention of the First Lady, and indeed her foundation, the Rebecca Foundation, are typically based on health, economic empowerment, and then access to education for young girls. These are the typical biases that has come to our attention at the Rebecca Foundation at the Office of the First Lady.
So how are women expected to break the bias and sustain the euphoria?
Well, what we are doing this year at the Office of the First Lady, which Her Excellency Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo has been doing since 2017 when she became First Lady, is to always have the national events for women, that is on International Women's Day, that is focused on ending or bridging gender parity, ending bias and bridging gender parity. And this year, the theme is Break the Bias. So what we are doing this year is that we are here at the KNUST Great Hall. The Great Hall is right behind me now. And tomorrow, Her Excellency the First Lady will be meeting with about 600 or so young people here in the Great Hall at KNUST. And she will have a panel, there will be a panel discussion of some young women, and they will be talking about various biases and how they think they can be broken. And they will go further on to call on people who have the power to break these biases to work towards breaking them. So if you ask me how we are going to break the bias and sustain the euphoria, is by getting young people involved, by getting the next generation or the new generation involved in championing the cause of gender parity and breaking the bias against women and girls.
That could be a laudable move, but many have also criticized all of these fora as talk shop. How about action?
Fantastic. I'm a big fan of taking action and not having talk shops. So essentially, what we've realized over the years is that because there's not much gender parity, because there's not much space for women to move around and get things done, we realize that invariably, more and more, we see the same faces talking about gender issues year in and year out. So this year, Her Excellency the First Lady has looked far and wide, and she has quite new faces coming up on the panel. We have people like Mamiya Echa Mensah-Bonsu from the faculty, a lecturer at the Faculty of Law in Legon. We have Amtu Amiyawe-Kumfi, a student leader. We have Dinah Adehine, who's also a young lecturer and an aspiring leader. We have Honorable Abno Seyasari, Deputy Minister of Finance. And then we have Lambda Adam, who is a community leader, and she actually has an NGO called Song Taba up north that does a lot of work to empower women and girls. Now, having said that, yes, you're talking about the talk shop, but this year what we intend to do and what the panelists will be doing is to call out various biases that they've observed, either directly, they've directly experienced it, or something that they've seen happening around. And what they think, they're going to have to proffer solutions to it and then call out the people they think have the power to do something about it.
Right.
And I think invariably we come back to knowing that the people who we think have the power usually will be ourselves, women, those of us looking for the change. We are the ones who are supposed to lead that change.
Sheila, great panel there, and we'll be on the lookout for the fallouts from that event. But thank you for now.